Are you getting ready to travel somewhere warm and you're just not sure what to wear? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to travel from cold weather to warm weather and be dressed perfectly for your flight. So let's dive right in. Now, if you're living somewhere cold, I used to live in Philadelphia, and every winter I love nothing more than getting away to either California or Florida, somewhere where the weather was nice and warm and I could just enjoy the sun and get out of the cold for a little bit. So I know, I understand how you're feeling if you're wanting to get out of that cold weather, but it's really hard to remember what certain temperatures feel like. And I remember one time we flew out of JFK and it was 0 degrees. We parked the car and we looked up and it said 0 degrees on the temperature outside. And I'm like, get me out of here. We flew, I can't remember, Florida or California into some nice 70-degree weather, and I loved it. But what do you wear? Let's talk about that. To me, one of the biggest things is, what do I wear on the plane so that, you know, if you're in a big parka and you've got your hat on and boots and all that, and then you're going somewhere where it's 70 degrees and sunny, you're not going to need any of those things. What should you be wearing on your way to the airport, and so that you're comfortable on the plane as things are starting to warm up? And I also don't want you packing too many of these bulky items that you're not even going to need. The first tip I have for you is to check the weather. Before heading to that destination, you want to go ahead and look and see what's the average temperature for that time of year, or what is the temperature forecast for the next 10 days. That will help you plan accordingly. My second tip for you is opt for a packable vest or jacket. Taking a substantial, bulky wool coat could fill an entire suitcase if you're leaving someplace cold. Instead, choose a warm but lightweight down or down type jacket that can be packed in the suitcase and take up very little space. Now, I've even found these packables. Look, you can see them here. I have one that packs right into the pocket. The pocket itself is the little pouch, and you shove your whole jacket in there, and then you zip up the pocket, and your whole coat is in this little tiny pocket. But there's quite a few available. Some, they just have a separate pouch that comes with it that you can put your jacket in. But they're very light, easy to pack, and great if you're traveling from cold to warm destinations. And if you choose to wear a vest, you know, you need something that's going to get you warm, keep you warm until you get to the airport. And then once you're in there, you'll be fine. So if you choose a vest, you could wear it over a long-sleeved shirt or even a sweater, and then peel off the layers, take that vest off when you get on the plane, and pare down on what you're wearing. The third tip I have for you is leave the gloves, scarves, and hats at home. You want to avoid wearing all of these bulky accessories that are really going to add a lot of weight to your suitcase, because you're definitely not going to need those things when you get to your destination. Now, if it's bitter cold and you still need to have, you know, gloves or mittens and a hat, choose some of these lighter weight ones. They make them very thin and fine, that will just get you from point A to B in the car. Hopefully you can get the heat on, get things warmed up so that your ride in to the airport isn't too terribly cold. The fourth tip I have for you is to choose your shoes wisely as well. You may be tempted to wear heavy boots to the airport, especially if there's snow on the ground, but if possible, because they're going to take up so much room in your suitcase, is avoid wearing those. Choose some shoes that you could also wear to the destination. Not to mention, you want to be in comfortable shoes that you can wear while you're walking through the airport. You know, traveling is not always easy, so you want to make sure if you're walking a lot, you're going to be comfortable. So here's some shoes that I recommend for this type of travel. You could wear flats, you could wear slides, mules, sneakers, loafers, or even a little bootie instead of a big bulky boot. The fifth tip I have for you is to dress in layers. Dressing in layers is my favorite way to transition from cold weather to warm weather, because it allows you to adapt to whatever temperature you're feeling. You'll be able to peel off layers when you're on the plane and when you arrive at your warm destination. And then when you're on your way back to the cold weather, you'll be able to layer back up again when you start to get cold. So what I like to do is I like to start with a tank or tee, add a mid layer such as a sweater, a sweatshirt, a button-down shirt, and then the top layer can be a wrap, a vest, a blazer, a jacket, or a coat. Now the sixth tip I have for you, instead of a coat, opt for a wrap. Wraps have absolutely become my go-to staple for all airline travel. And in fact, I use this no matter the time of year or the weather. In the instance of going from cold to warm weather, you could wear a wrap instead of a coat. And then on the plane, you can use it as a blanket, a pillow, or just a light layer if needed. And now tip number 7 is kind of my ninja trick that I always do when I'm traveling, is wear the same outfit that you're wearing to travel to your destination. You're going to wear that same outfit on the way home. I always pack a fresh t-shirt, underwear, bra, socks, but then the outfit, the outer shell, and the mid layer is always going to be the same. That way, it's one outfit that's packed in my suitcase instead of 2 bulky outfits packed in my suitcase. I can wear the same jacket again or vest. I've got my wrap. So you can have lots of layers that you can layer back on, but you're not wasting all that room in your suitcase with 2 bulky outfits. Do you have any travel what to wear tips that I haven't mentioned here? And if you're heading somewhere, let me know in the comments below what the warm destination is that you're going to. And I'll see you in the next video.